Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my art stream. My name's Kat. I'm happy to have you here with me this evening. It's a Monday. We're doing Pokemon because that's what I like doing on Mondays. Since a habit now, I think I've done it long enough now. I could consider it a habit. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. I saw that Mathercist was in there, and so was Mac. It's very nice to have you guys both with me. I hope you're doing well. I haven't read chat. I saw something over here. The day before my mass final tomorrow. Has dice session until about 30 minutes ago. Oh boy. I bet, Mac, your brain feels like Swiss cheese. And you are ready to sit down and do nothing. So I hope your kids are ready for their final. They're almost there. Final push, right? Final push. They can do it. Almost done with the semester. You get to sit back and watch them sweat, and then you get to grade all those papers. It's exciting life of a professor at the end of the semester. Alrighty. So, we don't have any test here, thank goodness. I would panic if I had a test, because I haven't studied, obviously. I study art, but I don't consider that studying. It's totally different for me. So, we're gonna paint a turtle. We're going to paint Torkoal, which was suggested last Monday, but got totally distracted and painted Applin, which you can see here. We painted Applin instead last week, but Torkoal was definitely on the list, so I went ahead and put it down, and I drew this little guy yesterday because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had him and he was ready to go just in case I got distracted today, because I did. I know me so well. And then when I went on the internet today and I was looking up volcanoes to figure out, since this is a volcano Pokemon, that New Zealand had an eruption today in afternoon their time. So to all those who are affected by White Island erupting, sending all of the happy vibes. Hopefully they can find people, because they are still missing people at the current moment. And it's one of those situations where volcanoes are volatile, and it's a cone volcano, so it'll take a while before they can find the tourists and locals that were visiting the island, because it was a volcano and it didn't give any warning and it just erupted, which is just the nature of the beast, unfortunately, so my heart goes out to everyone who's affected by that today. So it wasn't my intention to paint a volcano Pokemon with a volcano erupting today, but it happened. So, well, he's drawn. We're just going to go ahead and paint him, and we'll paint him in a way of that we're going to think happy thoughts, that they're going to find everyone who's still missing on that island, and they'll be able to bring them home safely. So, yeah. I was just gonna read chat really quick before I got distracted. So, to be fair, I only suggested what Nightbot chose. True. Yeah, Mathersys, I didn't hear about it either until I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's very unusual to hear about New Zealand, because it's been a while since one of their volcanoes erupted, and when I checked the newsfeed and was like, oh, this was updated 2 hours ago, I was like, oh, it happened today. So, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, and the only reason why I found out was because I was trying to look up colors of volcanoes, because I know ash clouds are very unique in color, and it depends on where it is in the world. So yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Let me switch the music because it's very appropriate. But we're gonna think happy thoughts to send happy vibes to New Zealand and to everyone. So I'm gonna change the music really quick to something Pokemon related. This is perfect. We'll just do Pokemon from Gold and Silver. This was lovely. I saw a video of the eruptions, just wow. Yeah, it happened really quickly. Usually volcanologists can predict about the time a volcano is going to erupt, but this was one of those that it happened so suddenly that they were like, oh, it's happening, and they had a cruise ship there. So, and there were tourists on their way to go visit the island, because I guess the island receives a fair number of tourists every year. So, because it is one of the, I guess it is the most active volcano in New Zealand that they have in their islands. So, okay. I would love to visit New Zealand. It's one of those places where you're like, man, I would love to visit. Not very many people do, so if you ever get the chance and someone says, hey, I've got a way for you to visit New Zealand, I would recommend it. It's beautiful and very unique ecosystems. So how I'm going to start my turtle is I'm going to do my little turtle body. Make sure that you guys can see this. My little turtle body. I'm going to do some underpainting first. I'm going to start with some yellow wash. That's going to, I have brown watercolor pencil underneath. So it's going to turn out a little muddy, which is just fine. What I'm going to do is put this yellow underneath to kind of help give me a little bit of glow underneath of the color, because the original little turtle has a beautiful red-orange color. It got really quiet. Why did it get so quiet? Oh my goodness. There it goes. I was like, I lost my train of thought because my brain was like, man, is it quiet? Alright, so just gonna use a little bit of lift. And so my idea with putting this yellow underneath and letting it pick up the watercolor pencil underneath is that when I apply orange over the top of it, it should help it glow, hopefully, fingers crossed. And because I've already put one layer over the watercolor pencil, it won't pick up as much of the pencil as it did before. But when you study turtles, because I was using a Galapagos Island turtle to do my original like study of like the mouth and then how the head, they're very wrinkly creatures. So I did some studies. I noticed that like they just have like a permanent light dusting when it comes to turtles, especially tortoises, which I feel like this particular turtle is like a hybrid between the two. It's not really a turtle or a tortoise. So I wanted to give it that light dusting effect. Give it a little, like it's been rolling around in the dirt. It has something to kind of roar about. It is a mighty turtle. Or tortoise. Whatever you would like it to be. So I don't remember how the Pokédex labels him, if he labels him as a turtle or a tortoise. So hello, Ginger. Hello, hello. You just finished dinner. I hope dinner was fantastic. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I like Max hellos. They're cute. I'm going to go into some ultramarine blue for the shell because I'm going to put Payne's Gray on top of it. I'm going to be layering some Payne's Gray on top of it as well, so I just kind of want to give it a little blue hue. Because as you know, blue and orange usually go together pretty well, so for the same reason, just trying to pick up that watercolor pencil, which I don't mind that it's there. I knew when I drew out this little guy that I was going to have a nice little brown neutral tone, but since he is a volcano, there is earth involved, so it seems perfect. So, hello, Pendrin. It's been a while. You made pizza. My goodness. I'll show up for pizza. Pizza sounds good. Oh, congrats, Ginger, for watching My Hero Academia. I hope that you are enjoying it. I know that it is very beloved. I obviously, people here in the chat and also other people. I have not watched it. It has been recommended to me, but I think I've rewatched the first 3 episodes many times and can't seem to get past it. So, one of these days, maybe. Ginger is watching, it's called Radiant. It's neat so far. Good animation style. I'll have to check it out. And Ginger told me that once you get past the main character crying a lot, it's a good anime. I think that's my problem, is because I forget what happens, and so I watch the same first 3 episodes, which is mainly crying. I can't seem to get past it. It just... So... I had the same problem with Sailor Moon too, because she does cry a lot in that one too. And although I recognize that it's a good animation and it's a staple for many people, for a source of inspiration for a lot of the artists that I admire, I respect it for that, but I'm just like, she cries too much. I don't know what it is. So much crying, yes. It's... I'm trying. I just... And the weird thing is that I really liked... Oh man, I think it's called like Demon Slayer? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up really quick. Because it is a really good animation. Talking about good animation. If you haven't seen it, hold on. Let me see if I can look it up really quick. I think it's called Demon Slayer, but I could be wrong. Oops. Yes. So the English is, it's called Demon Slayer, and it is fantastic. And if you haven't seen it and don't mind demons, I would highly recommend it. The animation in that is stunning and gorgeous, and is, oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely adore it. It is so beautiful. There is a character, and when I say about crying, there is a character in there that cries a lot. I mean a ton. But they introduced him like at the end of one season and the beginning of another season, so we had all these other characters to focus on, and it wasn't like the main character who was crying. So I was just like, okay, I can deal with this, but I feel bad because that character equally cries too much. But it's okay, he's a badass in his own way. But I'm just like, oh, My Hero Academia started off with crying, and it's the main character, and I understand it's like a transitional period for him, like he's growing up out of like his boyhood idealisms into like a young adult who's trying to figure out how he sees the world and what it is his path going forward. But it's just like, oof, oof. Anyways, I will try. I'll give it another try. May just mute the first 3 episodes and just read the subtitles. Okay, let's make some orange. Let's make some lava color. So I'm just going to use the yellow I already had, and we're just going to put scarlet in it, which is hot. It is so hot. So we're going to put a little alizarin, just a hint of pink in there, and that should tone it down just a little bit so it's not like, oh, hello, I'm orange. It's more like, hello, I'm a cool orange. And we're just going to put like a base layer down, and then I'll go back with more saturated, like maybe straight up scarlet or like alizarin to really like give him shadow and depth and wrinkles. Because turtles and tortoises should have wrinkles. They are very wrinkly people, so. Ginger said that Pendrin just knew that there was going to be tons of heavy sighs and eye rolling, but I got through it. Okay. Matt goes, ooh, why have I not thought of a Sailor Moon themed exam? Solving math problems by moonlight, shall we? Because Sailor Moon fails almost all of her exams. Yeah, that's the crying part. Just skip the first 3. Ask any questions if you're confused. I would be too snarky for a Sailor Moon exam. Oh man. What is that song though? I forgot what it is. It's something by Daylight and then something by Moonlight. Sailor Moon though. Yes. She is I completely get why people love Sailor Moon though. It makes perfect sense. It's just like I can understand why people love Friends. It's the same kind of like, you feel she's relatable because she's not perfect and she loves video games, so she's like totally relatable. So and for preteens, man, all that angst. Yep, that makes perfect sense. The Tuxedo Man was very understanding. So he's an amazing gentleman. Oh wait, oh, someone's dead. Okay, hold on. Hello, Lumos. Good evening. Good evening. Hope you're having a good evening. I just said that 3 times. I apologize. Crunchy numbers by daylight. What do you do at night, though? Oh, fighting evil by moonlight and crunching numbers by daylight. Well, that's so cute. I really want that on a shirt, even though I don't do numbers. Lumos, I hope you had a good day today. Hope your flowers were pretty. Speaking of shirts, I got my World Turtles shirt today. Congratulations, Ginger. That's exciting. I hope you like it. I hope the t-shirt's super comfortable and it's the right size. I hope it's wonderful. And if you get a chance, post it on Discord so we all can see it. I have a bunch of outdoor lights to put up soon as it's not raining. Torkoal most adorable cat. Yes, I had a good Monday. Good, Lumos. You should ask Pendrin for help. He did a great job with the outdoor lights. That's awesome. I like decorating for Christmas. But you guys kind of already know that. With the sparkly cactus behind me. I love my cactus. It makes me very happy. Hello, Reese. Wow, that's some very happy text over there. Reese, I think that Ginger has been under the weather, so I think that's why. And she has a tiny kitten. If you didn't see the adorable picture she posted in Discord, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Her youngest little kitty cat is adorable. So I understand why it's been a while. Yes, so I am borrowing Mather's Switch so I can play Shield, which means he's going to be playing Kingdom Hearts for a long time. So it'll take me a while to get that done. What does a pirate pay for his corn? A buccaneer? What? I don't get it. I think that joke's too smart for me. A buccaneer. What does a pirate pay for his corn? Huh. I don't know what that means. A buck and ear. Thank you, Mather's. I did not get that. My brain was just like, nope, check out. Just went off into La La Land. I did not get that. So, because then after that I read Mag was like, no rush. She has so many applins to catch. I do have a lot of applins. I had so I'm holding on to my applin because I didn't realize that applins learn only one move, but they only learn it if you evolve them. And I hadn't evolved my applin yet, only to find out that my applin, that to do it correctly, I was going to have to stop having him in my party because he couldn't evolve until I found an apple. So now he's just sitting in a box waiting for me to figure that out until I can find an apple. I don't know where it is, so I made it to the castle. That's where I am at. I don't even remember what the castle's name is. I just know it's a castle. But while I was at the castle, somebody asked me, was like, apparently there's this myth that Game Freak was like, oh, this would be perfect, apparently if you exchange an applin with someone you like, that you will be together forever. And so he was like, do you have an applin that you want to trade? And I was just like, normally I say yes, because I don't really care if I trade Pokemon, but I was like, no, I only have one applin, and you're not getting my applin because I haven't even evolved my applin yet. And I can't even have him in my party because apparently he's supposed to, like, he's supposed to learn this move at level 28, and he can't do it unless he's, like, evolved. It's very frustrating. I don't have an apple, so no, you can't have my applin. I'll have to go back and find another applin, I guess, and give it to the poor lad, so that way him and his long-distance beloved can have a relationship. Ah, the dramas of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Pendrin almost got smacked when I got home. Why is that, Ginger? So apparently he thought it was a smart idea to try to move the old water heater up the stairs by himself. Oh no, Pendrin, that's a good way to pull your back or squish toes or fall down the stairs. Yeah, he borrows it, no trade, and then gives it back with the apple. Whoa, I didn't know that. I was so greedy. I didn't want to give up my... I didn't want to give up my applin. It's like, no, I worked really hard on this guy. Apparently I should have not been greedy and just given the poor guy the applin. I know where he is in town, so I can just walk back to him and be like, I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. Here, take my applin, my only applin. Hello, Lady Boa, and your margaritas. Mac was like, I was greedy too. Yeah, I worked really hard on that Pokemon. All the Moomeows! 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 Yes, the Boa command came up with margaritas, which is appropriate since Lady Boa and they're having tacos at the Boa household. So let the jaw stretching begin. Or make a taco salad, which is what I do. Hello, Wooden Boa. It's nice to see your reptiles. I'm imagining the boas eating their food like snakes, and that terrifies me. Oh no. Munch. All the munching. Just dancing burritos down our throats. You know, as you do. Aw, then they have like cute little... Okay, so it's not... If you think about it this way, it could be really cute because like when snakes eat something, they get this cute, like adorable, like Santa Claus bellies. They're so like plump and they have like big old lump because they've eaten so much their bellies are just like a perfect little round. It's so adorable. Anyways, I think I like snakes. That burrito was filling. Did you like the taste? Taste? Just swallowed it whole. It's like when you're kids and you're so hungry that you just scarf your food down and then your parent looks at you and goes, "Did you even taste that?" The answer is probably no. They were just hungry. Mac just caught a Zubat. Woot! Oh, that's a big dad joke. Okay, hold on. Let me read before that. Alright. I swear that Reese turns into a vacuum cleaner with mac and cheese because we fix mac and cheese and it's gone like instantly. It's not the only one I know who makes mac and cheese disappear. So there's a dad joke. So Panda walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "I'll have a scotch and Coke. Thank you." "Sure thing," the bartender replies and asks, What's with the big paws?" The panda holds up his hands and says, "I was born with them." Oh yeah. Or maybe it was Maybelline. That's great. That's hilarious. Whoa, something happened. Reese says, I don't inhale mac and cheese. I don't need cheese clogging my sinuses. Unfortunately, dairy will do that to you. If you have some kind of sinus infection, you should resist the urge to eat dairy products. Unfortunately, which is, whew. I really like cheese. It's hard for me to say no. Excuse me. Moo meows! Moo meows! I see lots of moo meows. Mac goes, cheese is great for the sinuses. It helps you breathe. That was great. That's when Ladybug almost choked on a burrito. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, let's not talk about clowns, shall we? We'll just skip that part. No Pennywise in this. Just happy thoughts. Just think about happy thoughts. Yeah, I don't need to sleep tonight. We'll just think happy thoughts. Moo meows. We'll just think about moo meows. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Moo meows. I'm just gonna moo meows. thinking It or Frozen 2. I know that I can't watch. I don't think I could handle any of the Stephen King inspired movies. Too much for me. Just imagination is a little too wild on its own. It doesn't need any help. I saw a Christmas tree. I'm gonna go work on my tree, so I'll be lurking in the background. That's fine, Ginger. Have fun. Enjoy decorating your tree. I got one for you. What did the boy do when the heat in his car stopped suddenly? I don't know, Reese, what? Freaked out at the next intersection when he noticed smoke coming from his car. Oh my gosh, this may be based on a true story. That happened to me. Oh no. Happened today? Oh buddy, I am so sorry. Oh man. Well, speaking of fun, cars just smoking. Mathersis used to own this we won't mention the name of this vehicle, but it was a white SUV, and every time the weather gets cold, we don't own this vehicle anymore. We now own he now has an orange vehicle, thank goodness, not a white vehicle. But every time the winter would roll around, it would just have a conniption fit and just stop working. So I remember that it was getting colder, and the day before, something very similar happened. I leaned over to Mathersis and was like, does your engine normally sound like that? And he was like, I don't notice anything, I don't hear anything. And his engine was making a clacking noise, whether it be a belt or something else. Something was rattling within the engine. He's like, oh, it's nothing. So then he is so nice. He's such a sweet, good friend. His friend needed a ride to the airport. He makes it to the airport, and as soon as he makes it to the airport, his car starts smoking. So he drops his friends off, he turns off the car, and then starts it again. It's not smoking anymore. So then he gives me a call and goes, hey, just in case, I know you were coming home from work, but just in case, I may need you to come and get me because my car was smoking at the airport. And I was like, okay, well, let me know. So I made it about halfway home when he calls me again and goes, my car's really smoking now and won't go any further. And I was like, all right, I'm coming to you. Don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna fix it. So yes, smoking car stories, yeah, been there, done that. I still don't know what happened to that car to make it smoke, but we got it fixed. That's all that matters, I guess. Oh, your radiator went out. I had a car in college that did that, so I knew why it was smoking. Let's give it a silly fake name. Let's call it a heap. It was a heap. Just say clacking or quacking? Both. I'm just gonna say both. All heaps are born dead on the side of the road. It's true. With the hood up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The hood is only up because you're trying to release the heat. Yeah, it was a quackmobile. It was a heap of a quack. Oof. The tube just up and unattached, quack. Yeah. Radiators are not supposed to do that, and they're really important to keep your engine cool. I'm sorry your vehicle did that to you, but now it's fixed. It shouldn't do that again though, so that's a good thing. Huh, Sessa? Bye, Seven. Bye-bye. Okay, he's off to get food. He was like, it's too cracky in here for me. Gotta leave. Too much. Or it could be honks. Oh my gosh. Untitled Goose Game. I so want to play that. I want all the honks. I just want to honk at people. A honk command to go with our moo meows. It'd be super confusing. New people stumble across my stream and go, these look like nice folks. And then all they see is moo meows and honks. If we convert to honks, I will have to let go of moo meows. I think it would be too much barnyard going around. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All the sound effects, we're just gonna have a whole barnyard. I always wanted a farm. I just never knew I'd have a farm on Twitch. Hi, Sessa. How are you? Did you get a good bite? You good nummies? Do you want to say hello? Here, I set my brush down. Will you come by and say hello? Hey. Want to come up? Want to say hello? Want to flash everyone? Yeah? Coming up? Come on, Sessa. Yes, Newton can see you. There we go. Tail flash. There we go. Kitty butt for the internet. Yep, yep, yep. Take a boy. Take a boy. Not saying anything? Too full? Take a boy. Good job. Yeah. Oh, and Ethan's back there too. I was wondering who was snoring in here. Oh, take a boy. Yeah. You gonna sit down? Or are you gonna go to your stool? You go to your stool? Okay. Can you make it back? Can you make it? It's pretty far, buddy. Here, I'll scooch. Now, can you make it? Come on. I'm not giving you my chair, though. I'm sorry, buddy. Kinda need my chair to do art. Yeah, you'll be happy right there. Take a boy. Okay. Alright. was it doing? Oh, it was doing Gray's. Meow. Take a voice, it's there. Take a voice, Sasa. Love you. Take a boy. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate that. Moo meow to you too. All the moo meows! Moo meows! What time is it? Just a little past an hour? Oops, sorry. There's a moo meow and a very sweet compliment. Thank you, Lumos. And then there's quack honk to go with my moo meows. I'm getting all of my barnyards. I'm getting all my animals I've ever wanted. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate the compliment as well. Sorry, quack honk. Moo meows. Oh, that's cracking me up. Amuses me to no end. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that makes me laugh. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is I am going to look really quick. Scooch that up a little bit. I'll look up ash clouds. They're white and blue-gray. Take a drink of water from my fancy mug. So we got Redbubble mugs. Speaking of merch, the command just popped up, so you can get a stylish mug if you wanted to. You can have leaves. Actually, I think all my images, somewhat. Or there's the ever pretty butterflies. Gonna have butterflies. There are butterflies. Oh, I like my mugs. Self-promotion. So awkward, but so necessary. So, yes, if you want a mug, Redbubble has mugs, and you can get them there. All right. Okay, so I just stuck my hand in paint. Hold on. So I think I'm going to use that ultramarine blue, because that'll help calm down some of the brightness. It's lovely, but it's offensive. It needs a cool friend to hang out with. All those warm colors are hot. We need to cool them down. Just need to get a big old brush. Help cool them down. Not with dirty water, fresh water. See if we can make some fluffy clouds. Clouds. Dad joke. Why do crabs never give to charity? Because they're shellfish. Wah 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 is right. That's a big wah wah. That was a weird noise. Well, thanks, Mother Sis. I'm glad you booked me a flight. I won't be flying somewhere. Not this year, though. I'm down for flying for the year. Hopefully. I hope so. Sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, excuse me. Happy cloud. We're gonna make them a little dark. Make them a little dark. Look, I'm setting these up. I want them to feel like stormy and blustery. I may be just making fancy mud, but we'll see. Oh, thank you for the sneeze. Happy little smoke. Aw, tell Puppy Boa that everything is fine and you guys have a good night. Thank you for joining us for a little bit. had to read that number fact twice. I still don't know if I understand it. I wonder what Torkoal ate for dinner to cause him to do that. Something really hot? Maybe he had authentic Chinese food? Maybe some hot Mexican food? We may never know. I don't know. how was my weekend? My weekend was good. I got to go to Yuletide concert with my best friend, and that was nice. And got to spend some time with my sweetie, which is always a good thing. Ate some Chinese food, and yes, it was hot. But it was really good. It's really good that it was so hot. Yeah, I had a good weekend. How was your weekend, Mathersus? And anyone else who would like to chime in? I hope you guys had a good weekend. Eventful. Hopefully in the best way, Ginger. Hopefully it was a good eventful. And that's what happens when your water heater starts to leak. Oof. Oof. Been there, done that. It is the year of the water heater replacement. At least it happened before it got too terribly cold for the year, because that would have been a bummer. If it was like in February, no water heater, that would be hard to do. Quiet compared to the week before. That's good, Mathersus. Moo-meows! Moo-meows. Yay! Alright. Well, I want to thank you guys. I think I'm at a good stopping point. I feel like if I play anymore, I feel like I'm starting to make mud. So I'm like going to tell myself, you know what? I'm just going to stop on that. And we're going to just stop right there. And I might return to it another day and add color, layers, ink, anything that needs to help it feel a little more unified. But there comes a point in every painting, just like in life, that you're like, I just need some time to step away, to breathe, contemplate, to come back, and then have fresh eyes. And I think that's where we're at for tonight. I like how stormy he is. I don't know if it reads very well, but we'll see. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and letting me do a little lava turtle, because it made me happy. So, and I find volcanoes fascinating. So it was nice to look at pictures, despite what happened today. So I know I mentioned it at the beginning of my stream, but in case you didn't know, New Zealand, their most active volcano erupted today, and there were tourists and locals on the island, even though I don't think the island is normally inhabited. So just sending out little positive vibes and happy prayers that hopefully they'll be able to rescue those people that are still missing in New Zealand on White Island. So I hope that everything ends up okay for them. Yeah, so if you haven't heard about it, it did happen about like 2 o'clock in New Zealand, in their afternoon, not my afternoon. So I'm unsure of the time difference between here and New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure they're ahead, as most people are. So yeah, anyways, last little bits is that I have an online store, and I appreciate you guys supporting me through there. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that little heart button if you haven't already started following my channel, so that way not only does it help me, because I get 1 follower closer to being able to get to 50 followers, which would be great, so I would get the affiliate with Twitch that way, which would be a dream. And that would mean emotes, that would mean subscribers, that would mean that I would do special things for my subscribers, all that happy jazz. So yeah, give that little heart a press if you really like what you've seen here. If you want to catch a later VOD, I usually have the VODs up on my Twitch channel, but if there's something you're looking for that's later on, you can always go to my YouTube channel. I don't receive any kind of ads or anything like that, money from YouTube. I only put it there just so that way my VODs are there in case you want to watch them later or show them to someone, because, you know, sharing is caring. And other than that, you can follow me on the social medias on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And knowing that how Facebook and Instagram works, be sure that if you haven't seen a post from me in a while, just go to my page and just double check to see if I have been posting, because I try to post a little bit every single week, not every single day, but I know that how Instagram and Facebook works is that they're very selective on what you see and what you don't see. So yeah, just to let you know, a little PSA. Yeah, moon meows everyone. I hope you have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 right here, same place, same happy music. And thank you guys so much for letting me join you this evening and get to be a part. So let me find that end card to do last little credits right here. Bloop. Thank you to my mods who are always here for me. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for everything that you do. If you haven't known already, Smooth McGroove has teamed up with some DJs, Game Drops. They have a new album, so if you haven't checked out, you like the music you heard tonight, it's been exclusively Smooth McGroove, so be sure to check out his newest album. He just released this past Friday. Give him some hearts, give him some loves on the social media. He is a really awesome guy, and yeah, be sure to support them as much as well. So, night-night everyone, have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow, moon gals. Moon gals.